Alright gang, welcome back to our Gator Challenge on Little Lands. You may notice something here. Luckily, MilkThatHen has decided to take up this challenge as well. Now he probably has a few episodes out by the time of this recording, so go check his out. There'll be a link down below in the description. He's a genius. I tried for the longest time to figure out a way to get a PTO to work. It can work on certain things, but it cannot work on other things. And my problem was everything that I tried need to have this little yellow bar right here. You see this drawbar, square drawbar here? There's a mod for this, a lizard drawbar square. If you find that, you can then hook up attachments that need that bar and have an actual PTO. There is a PTO on the Gator. You guys have actually correctly pointed that out to me before. You said to have this attachment here, which I did not have yet, the 3P lifter. Once you have that, it will allow you to do typical PTO attachments, but there are certain ones that require this drawbar, and that was my problem. I had been utilizing things that had required the drawbar, and so I just assumed based off of my tests that there was no PTO, at least the PTO that the actual John Deere has, the Gator has, was not accessible to any attachment, but that turns out to not be the case. So we have sold what we bought at the very end of the last episode. If you remember, we bought a John Deere zero-turn mower. We have sold all of that. What we did do is we took the grass out of it and we put it into our silos over there. Our silos do accept grass, so we do have grass in there for now. So we didn't waste any of the grass. We just lost a few bucks on the mower, just, you know, from depreciation if you buy it. As you can already see, I have spent a little bit of money based off of what we sold. Bought that, bought the drawbar, and we have a mower. We've got the Lizard Z070 Miwa, M-E-W-A, Miwa mower. It's a pretty nice little mower. It's plenty big enough for the plot of land that we have. Maybe later on we can get a bigger one, but that should work out perfectly. Now, you might be asking, okay, you're going to mow. How are you going to get the grass off the ground? Well, MilkThatHen had an answer for that as well, so thank goodness that he's doing this challenge, otherwise I would have been still running through the challenge without knowing this. So, if you go onto ModHub and you search for, let me find it here, it should be right around here somewhere, the trailer carrier. 4,200 bucks. It's not cheap, but if you search for this and you download this mod, what this mod allows you to do is basically utilize some of the other attachments that would go on like a truck, like this linear, for example. It would go on this Unitrack. It's $97,000. It allows you to basically use the implements that go on that truck with that little trailer. So, you can see the amount of money we have right now. We don't have enough money to buy it, but I feel like we will a little bit later on today. So my goal here is we need to fertilize this field, this sorghum field, right? It's 50%, needs to be fertilized. We have some potatoes to sell, so that should be a couple $1,000s at least. And then we do have some crop in here we can sell. Now, I wanted to keep the sorghum as long as possible. The soybeans, there's no reason to keep those whatsoever right now. Sell those whatsoever right now because they're at the lowest point. They need to wait till the middle of summer to sell the soybeans. But the sorghum, their highest point is actually in January. And December is pretty high as it is, and they're going up right now, and it's actually not a bad price. We could sell part of that sorghum and be able to fund both the trailer and that forage wagon. So that's what we're going to do. You can also see, just as a note in the bottom right-hand corner, that the grass is in here. There's 4,500 liters of grass. I did not sell the grass or anything like that, so you know that for a fact. So, all of that said, we do have 3 premium potatoes here, so that should get us almost to 10. Well, that should get us over 10 grand. I think they're about 1,100 a piece per pallet. So that should get us over 10,000, but we still are going to need at least another 3,000 or 4,000 to be able to buy that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sell the premium potatoes now. We'll bring back our Gator. We'll fertilize that field over there. And then we'll come and we'll sell some sorghum. Hopefully it goes up a few bucks. It may not, but hopefully it does. We'll just sell one trailer load of it. So 2,500 liters, that little trailer right there. We'll just sell that trailer load of it. Whatever we get out of that, that's all we're going to sell. We'll keep the rest of it until next month, and hopefully it's a better price. So yeah, we got plenty of money there to buy the attachment. We just need the 4,000 for the actual trailer itself. So all of that said, let's go ahead and take all this back here. I'm going to leave the mower here for now. We're going to have to come sort of back up this way anyway to mow that field over there. Now, it's not a very big field by any means, but we should be able to at least get some grass picked up for there. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to do silage, but we really can't do silage right now without getting a pit or some kind of fermenting silo, right? And we're not going to have enough money for that unless we sold all of the sorghum. And maybe we will, but again, I don't necessarily know if I want to do that, at least not right now. The yard's becoming a little bit of a mess here, but a lot of these implements can just stay outside, like that water tank. That's the reason why I have it out here. This can stay outside too, so I'm going to drop this drawbar. It's going to drop it out on a little tiny pallet. You'll see here in just a second when I unload it. There you go. It wasn't the most perfect unload. It actually is up on the rock wall there, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and hook into our fertilizer spreader here. We'll pick up that fertilizer off the ground and we'll spread this field, and hopefully when it's done, the amount will go up a little bit. So we'll check it here in a second. We'll figure out for sure if it did go up or not. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yep, I was going at it the wrong way. Duh. Okay. Fill up the fertilizer here. Perfect. I'm hoping that's enough. May not be, but I'm hoping it is. So let's just take a peek really quick out here. So the sorghum right now, the best price is actually $2,721 at the grain mill. It's a decent amount higher than what our selling rate station is. Our selling station grain gate is. You know, $30 more. A little less than that, $25, whatever. You get what I mean. So we'll see. It's 2,721. The grain mill's going down. Everything else is still going up. So we'll take a chance on it and hope that it climbs higher than that. So thank goodness for MilkThatHen. If you haven't, for some reason, followed him, make sure you go check the link in my description. It'll take you right to his page. Follow him. He's also doing the 200 horsepower challenge. So definitely give him a follow and a like. It's free. It's the easiest and the best thing you can do to help everybody out if you're enjoying any of their content. And since he's the one that taught me some of the things I didn't realize about the Gator, just go give him a follow if you follow me just for that, just to help me out, help me thank him, because that's definitely going to change the landscape of this series a little bit, being able to do some of the things I didn't think the Gator would be able to do. Like, you know, the example is in the last episode we bought a mower, right? We didn't need to buy a standalone mower. We can actually utilize this to mow, which helps this challenge even more. So I guess what I'm saying is, go follow him, go give him a subscribe. Tell him I sent you over there. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. He's extremely nice guy, very helpful, and much more knowledgeable about the game than I am. So we won't put a time lapse in here, gang. This isn't going to take too long. I know I've missed probably a bit of the corners there, but we'll get them. We'll touch them up after we're done here. We'll take a look and see how we did. I know we're going to miss a good chunk of some of this, but we'll touch it up. We'll fix it. It's just not it's not that easy to figure out where you've been when the crop has already germinated. But the nice thing, as I've mentioned before, is that this spreader, it's a decent width for what it is, and it doesn't take up that much fertilizer. So even if we hit a couple of things multiple times, it's really not harming that much because it's not taking that much fertilizer out of here. One more pass here, and it'll probably be pretty good, I would hope. Alright, let's see how bad we did. I'm going to guess we got 85% of it covered. And there's no way to tell the percentage, but I'm just guessing percentage by looking at it. Okay, so we need to remove this and this so we can actually see. Oh, I did better than that. I did really good, actually. But yeah, the corners all need to be hit real quick. We'll just splash and dash those real quick. Then we'll take a peek at that map again, and I'll hit a couple of those lines that are a little bit longer that we missed. So the other thing I thought about doing when starting this episode is I thought about maybe I just started a little bit later, and I probably should have, like, you know, started around noon or something like that. The price might have been a little bit better as well. Since we don't have a whole lot to do in this episode, it'll be a little bit of a shorter episode than normal. Because all we really have to do is mow, pick up all that grass, and then put it in our silo, I guess, for now, until we have enough money to get a silage operation going. I mean, the only thing we can do, like I said, is just sell all of the sorghum, and that probably would give us enough to fund the silage operation, and maybe we should do that. But if we do the silage operation, it's probably going to be utilizing the exact same production that I'm using in the 200 horsepower challenge. It's a very good silage production. It's only $10,000. It's very reasonable, especially considering the complexity and the severity of this challenge, and how little money we actually are going to be making for a significant period of time here. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Alright, that's good enough. We're going to call that done. There's some little portions there we missed, but it's relatively good, I think. We'll put this back underneath the shed since it's actually in the open now. It's not inside of a little box. We'll keep these two back here. I think these two are the most crucial attachments for the John Deere, honestly. The sprayer and the fertilizer spreader. Alright. So, let's hook this back up. We won't need that drawbar for the mowing. We may need it. Actually, I don't think we will need it for the trailer, but there are other things we're going to need it for as we continue on. We may not utilize that for a while, but it's very inexpensive. I think it only costs like $150, something like that. So it's definitely worth us just going ahead and picking it up. Go ahead and throw the beacon on since we're actually off our farm now. Sure, everybody's aware that we are a working gator here. We're not just out here for a casual stroll. Oop, run into the IBC. We'll have to get some kind of a pallet fork or a bag lifter or something so we don't have to keep driving all the way back here to pick up, you know, fertilizer, seed, all that stuff. If we can get some of those and put them on, you know, some kind of a trailer, that'll help us out a lot. Watch out, sir. All right, we'll just walk right through the mower. That's fine. So you can see we did mow around the headland last time, but I mean, that's okay, right? I mean, we didn't sell any of the grass, so I mean, we kind of cheated a little bit since this was a possibility, but it was unbeknownst to me. I did not realize this was an actual possibility. So. So it's not a bad mower at all. It's not a very big width, but this isn't a very big field. And I feel like all the grass mowing we will do, for the most part, is going to be a little bit smaller, like this. At least I hope it would be. There are a few bigger fields, but I don't know if we'll ever buy those fields in this playthrough or not. I'm likely going to keep this field as a grass field, especially if we decide to do the silage, which, you know, as we continue on here, we'll think about it more, but the more I think about it, it just makes the most sense, I think. You make a good amount of money from silage. I think the decision's really just going to be is if we're going to do an actual pit or if we're going to do what I talked about, that $10,000 fermentation process. Now, the fermenter is going to be much faster than the pit, right? A little bit more money up front, but it'll be much faster, which means this series could advance at a quicker pace if we went that path. But it does mean that we would have to sell more than likely every bit of the sorghum we have, and I'm not even positive if we would get there. We could probably figure it out, Well, not even probably. We could figure it out. We just have to do a little math, which we will do, and we'll just see what makes the most sense here. These people walking are really getting in my way mowing. So tell you what, gang, we'll put a quick time lapse in here. We'll get this done. It shouldn't take very long. And then we'll see where we're at as far as the price goes for the sorghum. Hopefully it's gone up a little bit. And we'll see which one's the best price. And we will go take it there, because we'll do another little scenic drive. We did a drive around the block of the selling point, but we really haven't gone anywhere else besides that. So we'll see where it's going to take us to, and we'll see a little bit more of this map at that point. So back with you guys when we're done. Alright, gang, we're almost done here. I gotta do a few little touch-ups here. I knocked down a wood pole over here. The city's gonna have my ass for that one. I don't know if you guys saw it or not in that time lapse, but it's right here. You see it right there. Blue and wood color pole I knocked down. So they're gonna be finding me for that one, I'm sure. Thought I dropped it. Evidently I had not dropped it the first time. So not bad. I mean, the little stripes that's put them in is actually pretty good, I think. Really, we probably should get some kind of a windrower as well, but again, we're kind of talking about the money already, right? And we're not in the best of shape right now as far as money goes, so we'll probably wait on the windrower. Maybe, you know, eventually we'll get there, but go ahead and turn this off. Fold this, we'll take it back to the farm, put it away. I mean, it's got a lot of covers on it. It really probably doesn't need to be undercover, but we'll probably put it undercover. We have enough room for now, but maybe eventually, when we get some other bigger items that need to be under there, we may keep it outside. For now, at least. Until, once again, of course, we can get a bigger field here, or a bigger, I guess, amount of incoming money to handle it. Alright, that'll work. Alright. So, what's our price at? Hopefully it went up. It did go up, but ever so slightly. 2,739 for the potato production small stone. Really? You can sell it there? Oh no, you can create it into something else maybe. Actually, it says you could sell it. What? Can you actually sell it here? I guess I've never done that. I didn't even know you could sell it. I mean, no, I mean, that turns it into pig food, I guess, is what it is. We're not going to do that. I mean, the pig food probably actually makes us more money, honestly. But we need the money kind of now, right? So, to me, it's this one, the grain mill. Wherever that is. Where's the green beacon at? Oh, not very far away at all. But we haven't been over there yet, so that'll be good. It would be a nice little drive over there to see that area. Alright, let's load this up. Let's put some sorghum in here. It still leaves us with like 5,000-ish in there. Yeah, 5,425, so there's still plenty in there. Plenty. So let's go for a drive here, gang. Let's see some more of this city, this land, this map. We're gonna go left. I don't know if this is the fastest way or not, but we're gonna go left. So there looks like there's a selling point there, or something's right there. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Didn't really slow down enough to really show it to you, but that's a yield, so we're good to go. So this field we were kind of driving in, the neighbor's field we were kind of driving in, it's a pretty big field there. It would be nice to have that field, but it's going to be a bit. But a lot of these fields, like I said, they're relatively on the smaller size, which I think is actually, it's perfect for this type of challenge. Very hilly, though. A lot of them are very hilly, I should say. They're not all that way. Ooh, in here. Looks like all of them have gates, which is kind of cool. I like the gates thing. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Up to $6,811 off of that one. That's really good. That's really, really good. As a matter of fact, it's almost too good. It's almost... That almost makes me want to sell the rest of it and put in the fermenting silo. I mean, it's the same one we've utilized before. I don't really like using the same ones, but there's not a better one. And any other silo, fermentation silo, they are very, very expensive. The other thing is, like I said, we can get some kind of we could probably do like the tire, for example, like the tire pits. I don't think they're that expensive. I'll look into it. I think I mentioned they were like the smallest one's like $4,000, something like that. But I mean, at that point, why not spend the extra $6,000, right? I mean, I'm gonna sell it all. The more I look at it, we're just gonna sell it all. 6,724, right? 6,754 is the highest on average it'll be. It could be higher than that, certainly. It certainly could, but we kind of have a plan for now. I want to kind of utilize it, so let's do it. Would be nice to have a bigger trailer at this point, but I think we're okay with this one. I think this one will work. See you guys back at the selling point. All right, we are pulling back up here to the sell point. That actually right there, we might be able to keep the rest. That may get us there. It just might. We're going to take a different approach on the way back. We're going to go left this time. I don't know how far this is going to take us. It may take us a lot further away than the way we just came. With the first time, I guess, that you saw. Looks like it's a wood lot over here. That's kind of cool, having that wood lot. Be nice to buy that one too. Although doing wood is relatively boring. Most people hate doing whenever there's a wood episode. Very, very boring episode. Natural oils. Looks like another wood place of some sort. Another shed. Is this the road? Are we on the right? Is this the right road for us? No. No, that's the main road. We don't want the main road. Oh, now I've done it. Now we're going to go backwards the other way. We want this little sidetrack right here. What is this? Sweet and sour raisins. Okay. So I'm still, you kind of hear it probably, I'm still kind of somewhat dealing with the sinus infection cold thing, so it hasn't been as bad as it was from some of the previous episodes. I don't necessarily know if it was the Gator episodes or not, but if you watch any of my other episodes, you may have already know or heard it. So at the time of this recording, at least, I'm still I slightly have it. I'm kind of getting over it now. So let's drop this off. We're just going to stick it actually up here for now. It really doesn't need to be anywhere special. Let's go ahead and buy this stuff while we're here. We don't need to be over there when we buy it, and I can go pick it up. So we need... Did I pass it? I must have passed it. Here it is. We want this guy. Just making sure there was nothing out there in the used sales shop. There is this, which is pretty nice, actually. We could utilize that, but not right now. Just want to make sure before I bought it, there wasn't a used one out there. That would be my luck. Put Michelin's on. You guys know I'm a Michelin fan. Ooh. Should we make it green or black? I'm going to go black. White rims. And then it looks like we might be just short being able to get the fermenter, but maybe we'll have, yeah, we'll be just short. Well, we gotta go green. Let's go green on this one. We don't need a license plate. Yeah, we're just short, but maybe by the time all this happens, we pick up all the grass, maybe we'll have another thing of potatoes there, and we can buy it then. Hopefully. So we should be able to just back into this and attach it. Nice. And then it's going to be a matter of us backing this in underneath that. To attach it to the trailer. Look at that. PTO. Look at that. PTO goes right into it. See it? Thank goodness for MilkThatHen, man. Lifesaver. Game changer. Series changer. Alright, so let's get this thing going here. I'm going to flip the help window on real quick. I want to make sure I have everything. Turn it on. Lower it. There's no unfolding that needs to happen, evidently. I'm going to go right through that old guy. Sorry, buddy. And we are loaded. You can see it, plain as day right there. And this is a pretty decent size width, honestly, for the loading wagon. So a lot of these will probably be able to hit, you know, both of them up. There you go, prime example. So this shouldn't take us long at all, gang. So we'll throw a quick time lapse in here. We'll get this done, and we'll see where we get. We'll see how much grass we're getting out of this. We're going to, like I said, probably keep this a grass field, which means we need to fertilize it. We also need to buy a roller, but we probably won't be able to afford a roller in this episode. It'll probably have to be another episode, which is fine. We can take another mowing without having it be as maxed out yield as it can be. But if we fertilize it, it should be pretty good. So we'll be back with you guys when it's all done. Alright, gang, we're full. Wasn't my best work as far as driving and picking up the grass there, but I can't go any further back with the camera than this. I think I mentioned this in the first episode. This is the stint of what the camera will let me go back on the Gator. So, a little hard to see, and this thing is squirrely, man. It's touchier than a child in a candy store, man. It's all over the place. So I barely move the analog stick, and it's I'm all over the place. Guess that's the reason why I need to invest in a wheel. It's on my radar. I will do that eventually, I'm sure, but we're not quite there yet. So I think what we're gonna do, gang, is we didn't get any more. Darn. I was hoping we were gonna have another potato spawn here. We're not even close, actually. We're not even close. Only 198 liters are in there. Alright, so we won't be able to do that unless we speed up time, which I'm not going to do. So the only other option we have is to sell a little bit more of this, of the sorghum, or sell some of the grass. I guess I could just sell some of the grass. Seems a little counterproductive because we make so much more money off the silage, though. Let me see how much it's actually going to cost us to put the fermentation silo down, because it may be more than the $10,000 I'm thinking of, because we don't really have the flattest of land here, because this used to be an old, well, I say an old, it used to be part of this field right here, right? And we just kind of turned it into our makeshift yard, so it may require a little bit more money to make it work right. So let me do a little trial and error, a little thinking on this, and figure out what we're gonna do, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alright, gang, so I have an idea. It is going to change the landscape a little bit of our yard. It's really going to be kind of what we're looking at in the background right now. So where our house is and the selling grate that we've put in, if I put it there, it seems to be okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Anywhere else on here, it's a disaster. It's a mess. So I think we're going to sell at least almost the rest of the sorghum. There's still like 500 liters in there, not much. And we'll see what we can do with it, right? The more I think about it, I just think the fermentation silo is the way to go. It's a fast, quick turnaround. It's going to provide us with money quickly without having to wait a day or two. Even though I could save a little bit of money by doing a pit, the pit was having the same issue or worse than the silo was because of the size, and it was just we're on a you know, an incline. I guess we're at the bottom of an incline because it's, you know, it was a previous field, right? So it's just not the most perfect setup for our yard. Maybe eventually we'll move the yard, or at least move part of the yard, but that's what we have to work with right now. So we are going to modify the yard a little bit and probably move house somewhere else in the yard. The house is a lot easier to manipulate the ground and make it look a little bit more realistic. The grate, I'm not really worried about. I can put the grate almost anywhere. It will have to require a little yard work as well, but I'm not as concerned with the grate being perfectly flat as I am with this. Oh, I almost drilled the white car. So normally it's Byron the black car in the 200 horsepower challenge, but maybe it's going to be the white car in the Gator challenge. Who knows what the figure of it, if it's going to be the white car. It's the first time we've had any kind of serious involvement with the car yet, but if it ends up being the white car, we're going to have to figure out a name for the white car. Northern Farm Sim named the black car from 200 horsepower challenge because I have so many issues running into that one. But this one doesn't have as many blind spots, so it hopefully won't happen as much. I don't have the beacon on, gang. Whoops. Look at this. Look at this. Your trebuchet right here. Catapult. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. Oops, sorry. Blocking traffic. There you go. Go ahead. So I will work on the yard. We'll get the fermentation silo down there. We'll drop all of our grass into it. We'll pick up the remaining grass. We'll fertilize that field, and we'll call this episode there. Once I'm able to move things around, like I said, move the house somewhere else, the selling grate, etc. Be back to you guys when I'm all done. Alright, gang, so it is done. It's not perfect. I've got to work a little bit on this corner. You can see it's kind of a... I wouldn't know if I would call it a severe drop, but it is a drop we've got to work on. So I'll work on smoothing that out on camera, but I like where I put it. It does mean that, you know, there's an area over here that, you know, that's just part of the placeable there. So, but it's pretty flat for the most part. It's not too severe of a drop here, like I said, so it doesn't really look that out of place. So we've placed that there, so that'll work fine for us. The grate I just put in front over here. It was kind of over there before. I just moved it over a little bit in front of our shed. It shouldn't cause any harm. And then our house fit perfectly right next to our silos right here. So we stuck it right here. Not going to cause any harm there either. So I think overall it was a good move for us. And it really didn't cause that much mayhem or that much to change in the yard itself. So I think the biggest issue is going to be that header trailer sticking out there. We can always back this up like this into it, but you get what I mean. It's right here. So why is it not triggering? Oh, don't tell me I did all this for no reason. Okay, it's working. It's working. Oh, thank goodness. I was very concerned that it wasn't working for a minute. Thank goodness. It just, for some reason, wasn't sticking for whatever reason, it was not giving me the trigger to say to go ahead and empty it, unload it in there. So, we got to work, though. So let's go ahead and unload the grass out of this silo here. We'll move it over there as well. And then, so if the trigger's there, we may be able to hit it right here, actually. Yep, we're hitting it. Nice. Alright, let's go get the rest of this grass, gang. Let's get it unloaded in there. And then we'll wait till 1 o'clock and see what we get after we are done picking up the rest of that and then fertilizing that field. What we can fertilize the field. All right, gang, that's the grass field done, fertilized, all good to go. We're not to 1 o'clock yet. We're not even close, so I don't really like doing this, but we're going to speed up time a little bit. I just want to see what kind of money we get out of the silage here. We'll have an idea that way of kind of what we're going to get every single time we mow that. It won't always be that way, but we'll kind of know. Because the silage is ready. 63 liters. So, let's speed up time. Let's see what we get. Oh, never mind. I'm completely mistaken. Ignore everything I just said. I forgot this is not connected to a VGA. Blah. We've got to sell the silage now. Stupid me. Stupid. It's been a long week, gang. It's been a long week at work. I apologize. Don't yell at me too much. Oh, I need this attachment really quick here. Silage. So let's see where the best time to sell silage is, first of all. We got to figure that out. Silage. Point to selling straw is 575, so that is where we will go. That's a different location than where we've been, so we're going to find somewhere new again. Actually, I think we have been there before, haven't we? Did we sell something there? I don't know, I forget. Maybe we didn't. I thought we have. Maybe we just drove past it. Come on. There we go. So I think the biggest problem here is we're going to have to make at least 2 trips to sell the silage here. We did not need to speed up time there, but we have plenty of daylight today, so it's not that big of a deal for us to do that. Really not. We'll have 5,663 liters left. But this will give us a good idea of what we have. We may end up keeping that in there. I don't know for sure. We may sell it. We may keep it. I don't know. What's the price fluctuation? It's really not that big of a difference. It's about $100. But it's pretty much the best time to sell it right now in the next month. So maybe we should have kept it for the next month. But we'll sell what we have here. We can keep the rest of it for the next month, I guess. Let's go see what we get from a full trailer. 11,200 liters of silage. Should be a pretty good profit for us. Be pretty good. This is the other grass field that's close to us that I would consider potentially buying. It's a lot bigger than the other one that we have. A lot bigger, probably triple the size, maybe more. So it would take us a while to mow it with that little mower that we have. But we can always upgrade the mower as long as we, you know, find one that the John Deere Gator can handle. We have not been here before. We just drove past it. That's what it was. Checking out a new area here, gang. Okay. Since I've never been here and I don't want to drop it off somewhere I'm not supposed to, let's, okay, it's not giving me the unload feature here. Exactly how I wanted to finish the episode. I apologize. But the rest of that 5,000, since we have it on selling, will sell as soon as the timer clicks 1,400 hours. 2 o'clock. The rest of the silage we'll keep in there, and we can sell it in the next episode. Oh, Byron, what are you doing? Why'd you just stop? Keep going. Moron. Now, if I go back here again, and I can't sell the silage, then I have no idea. There must be some kind of glitch or I'm doing something wrong. But if it lets me unload it, then we know I was doing something wrong. I mean, I wasn't doing something wrong, I guess I should say. Okay, that's not working either. What is going on? Why can't I sell it there? That is weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Where's this one at? Okay, change of plans again, gang. We'll do one more trip with the whole, we'll do one more trip with the silage trailer and see what happens, I guess. We might end up selling everything here at this point. If it works. If it doesn't work, then I have no clue what to do. If it doesn't work, I guess we're keeping it until we, upgrade and get cows or something else, I guess. Man, this is really a terrible, terrible ending. This is not cohesive or together at all, and I try to. It doesn't always happen. I certainly have a few episodes here and there where things just go awry and not exactly to plan, but this is... the ending of this has really, really gone south quickly. Everybody's turned off and watching somebody else at this point. Maybe you guys have dealt with this before, and if you have, and you happen to still be watching, let me know down below how you fixed it. So let's just set this here. It's kind of in the way, I understand, but it'll be fine for now. Let's fill this up. We're going to flip over time here very quickly. By the time we get where we need to go, the BGA should work. There should be no issue whatsoever with the BGA. If there is, then there's definitely something wrong with selling silage on this map. Which is not what I wanted to hear. I'm going to have to figure out a selling point for silage if that's the case. Let's go try this one more time. You're going to get a more view of the city. I guess that's the plus here, is you're seeing more of the map that you may have otherwise not seen to this point. Right? So I guess it's not all lost. Let's look at the bright side here, Z. Come on. We're seeing more of the map we haven't seen yet. Those people just spawned out of midair and dropped into the onto the sidewalk. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. That was pretty funny. Alright, where am I going here? I have no clue. Maybe I should put the map up. Okay, alright, I think we got it. We'll go up here and turn right. Across this little bridge where we had issues last time when we had the drill. Past the grocery mart. The grocer Y-Mart. Looks like snow's incoming. You can see the radar. Okay, where do we go to drop this off? I just turned all of this off. Now I gotta figure out where the hell I'm going here. I'm assuming it's one of these up here, right? It's gotta be. You gotta be doing it up here. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do it down there. That looks like silage to me. Okay, we got it. Thank God. Well, the other one doesn't work for some reason, so we're losing a little bit of money out of this, but this one works, so it's better than none. 6,248 bucks out of that. So not bad. So we'll get around 2 minutes from now. We'll see what we get from the 5,000, but it should be, give or take, probably just under $10,000 every time we mow that field. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That'll definitely add up and help us. Definitely will. Alright, so we'll hang a left here. Oh no, this is a different path. We're going in another scenic route, gang. We've never been this way. Actually, this is... yeah, this is the farm that MilkThatHen is starting out on. He's got this barn, I know for a fact. I remember this barn from the first episode that I watched of his. Yeah, this is his land right here. Well, there you go. We got a scenic route. We now know how to find his barn. Alright, it just sold. We're at 14,488. From now on, we're just going to sell the... I need to take that, I think. We're just going to sell the silage directly from there. We're not going to drive it over here. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Not worth our time. Probably make a few more bucks if we did that, but it's just not even worth it. So we're not going to do it. Alright. We're back at the farm, gang. So with that, we will leave the episode there. I hope you enjoyed it. The ending was not as I anticipated, but I think for the most part, we did well. We're going to be able to succeed here. We got a little bit of money now. We probably could pay part of the loan back now. We'll wait and do that probably in the next episode. The next episode, I'm not sure if it'll be December or not when we do a video. It may be January or February. I don't know if anything's going to be ready to harvest. And I don't want to do a video just to do a video when there's nothing to do. So we may have to wait until January or February. Well, I don't want to... That's the only problem with this trailer. So if you don't have the right one selected, it'll cause you some mayhem. Anyway, we're going to leave that episode there, gang. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me a ton. Subscribe to my second channel if you haven't done so already. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.